Hello everybody, and thank you for stopping by. For those of you who are stopping by for the first time, welcome. My name is Cheryl. And for those of you who follow me on a regular basis, thank you for stopping by. It hasn't been a very regular basis because I haven't been videoing very much, but it's been a crazy year, and I hope to get back to videoing at least a couple of times a week in the very near future. But for now, I'd like to go through my journal that I have been working on. Well, I started it in October. Like a lot of other journals, I started over the summer and haven't really finished yet, but I'm getting to them. So anyway, this journal was made for a friend of mine who is going through a hard time, and I wanted to give her something to encourage her to possibly write, and to let her know that she's got angels all around her. So it started off with a kit by Sweet Pea Curiosities called Heavenly Angels, and it kind of morphed like most of my journals. And so I have a couple of different digital designers here, and I had a lot of ephemera from previous years in my ephemera books, so I decided to add that rather than print or make anything new. It did get kind of chunky, so I made a little bag out of some parchment paper that I tea stained my regular paper on. So I took some things out of it rather than take the whole signature out. So anyway, it's a file folder, hanging file folder, and then cardstock for the outside of it. And then same thing with the binding, and then there's Tyvek, and it's a hidden signature. I took some antique lace and I ran some blue velvet through it and sewed some buttons, and then I glued it on. I glued the buttons on, and then I glued under the lace so that I wouldn't get glue on the velvet, which looks like it's got lint or something on it. And then I tied it with just a tool bow because I didn't want to take away from the cover, and I didn't want to punch holes and what have you. So let's begin. I hope you're all having a good day. I haven't been watching any videos. I've been off of social media. It's just been a crazy year for me and my family, so we're kind of getting back to normal. I can't believe Christmas is like right around the corner. So this is a digital from Sam Poole. I think it's called Vintage Prayer or Vintage Angels. I don't remember. I had it in my files, so I used that for the cover. And then here is the Sweet Pea Curiosities kit called Heavenly Angels. And it's a file folder kit and journal kit, and I cut the edges off. So in the first part, this is She Has Wings, and I can't remember the artist, but I will go back in my files and put it in the link below. This is just a journaling card that comes with the kit, and I aged it a little bit with some with my with my fingernail file. I just aged that a little bit and backed it, and it says this journal belongs to, and it's got some cherubs. It doesn't come with the kit, but I just put that on there. So it's primarily Sweet Pea Curiosities, but I do have other digital designers, like I said. Here I have Lorna Taylor, Tailor-Made Journals, Eternal Guardians. And my friend Yvonne from Memory Journals by Yvonne had gifted me a journal, and she was making a journal at the same time I was back in October. And she had cut the angel wings out, and that gave me the inspiration to do the same. This says A Heavenly Messenger, and that's from Raindrop Lila's Angel Tear Strips. And then that just slides right back into here. I made a pocket out of that tear strip. I won't want to go in. I did. Oh. And then on this is some vintage music paper and one of the birds from Ruby and Pearl's Birds Kit. It's a dove, and I did some glitter glass around it. The German glitter glass I got from Monahan Prints several years ago. They're not on Etsy anymore, but if you look up Monahan Prints, Google it, it will come up. And this is just vintage music paper. It's a music page. It says, "He'll never let you fall." And here's another journaling card. And the back I tea stained. No, I didn't. That's tissue paper. And then all the blue papers are Lacy blues from Raindrop Lila. There were a lot of blues in the Angels that I used for the journal, so I picked that to add to the journal. And for writing, I thought it would be, good for writing. This is just a faux document from Journalosity Shop, Sharon Hearth. And then another tag. This says, "Let us come alive to the splendor that is all around us and see the beauty in everyday things." And I can't remember where these came from, because when I go to my files, it just says quotes. And so I'll have to look that up if you're interested in these. This was something I had in my ephemera book, and I know that's Raindrop Lila because it says from Kitty, and that's it's her mom's name. So that's just one of her ephemera from one of her Christmas kits. And you'll notice on the back I have this paper on a lot of things, and it's a backing paper from one of Ruby and Pearl's digital kits. And it's called, I don't remember, but I'll leave it in the link below. But it looks like tulle. And it actually, I put it on linen paper, so it actually feels like the polka dotted tulle. It's really nice paper to work with. And I love that backing. This is another angel from the kit, and I'm pretty sure that's Ruby and Pearl. And this is an antique children's book page, which was my mother-in-law's. I don't know why I used it because it's so fragile, but I did tear it, so I put a doily pocket on after I did some faux age tape on it. And this is just a journaling card with a rose. There's a lot of roses, angels, and cherubs. This is another one of Sweet Pea Curiosity's backing papers. Some painting page, just some painting swatch. These are from Lorna Taylor, and they're called Snow Angels. And I did wax them, and then I put a little bit of glitter glass in her headband. I don't know if it's showing up in the camera, but excuse me. And then this is another one of the Snow Angels, and I just did a little bit of chalking on her flower in her hair. And again, that's waxed as well. This is another backing page from Sweet Pea Curiosity's Heavenly Angels. It looks so real. I mean, you feel like you could just slide something in that pocket. This is a black and white. I believe this is Ruby and Pearl. It was in with my ephemera. So I'm not sure of all the black and whites and who they're from, so I'm not going to say. But I did some embroidery. Took some gold embroidery floss and did a little bit of slow stitching here and there throughout the journal. And a mother of pearl button, and I glued that onto some antique Bible page. Just slide that under. There's some rusted safety clips and safety pins and, yeah, paper clips. Just to hold the pockets closed or the sides closed, especially for traveling, because I do have to ship this. And another one of those antique children's book pages. This is from Amity Bloom. I was making another journal and I kind of took it from that because I can always print it again. But the piano roll was from my friend Celeste at Woodland Inspired. She had sent it to me in a package that I had placed an order, and it says, "For peace to stay for all this day," which I thought was really kind of cool. And I typed out, "Just remember in the winter, far beneath the bitter snows, lies the seed that with the sun's love in the spring becomes the rose." And that's obviously Bette Midler. But I have a quotes book, quotes journal that I keep a lot of quotes in. And Ruby and Pearl, Heather, had written that in her journal one time, so I wrote it down in my quotes book, and I was looking through it and remembered that, so I typed that up and put that on there. And this is just some spackle paste with the roses. She was a rose among the flowers. And that's another angel. I think that's Ruby and Pearl. It says, "Always be on the lookout for the presence of wonder." Another little journaling card that I did just a little bit of aging with my fingernail file. And did some lace and a little bow. It's very plain. There's nothing fancy. I get very confused with flips and flaps, and I'm just at that point where I'm just taking my time and doing what I can. Some more music, the back of that music paper. And that's, again, Sweet Pea Curiosities, all the layering, lacing. Another angel with the rose, a whole bunch of roses. This is again from Lorna Taylor, Tailor Made Journals. And I just backed that with tea stain paper. And these are on photo matte paper. I did do some waxing, and I did some on the photo gloss paper. You know, the glossy photo paper. This is more music, vintage music. It says "The Magic of Believing." That just flips out. The other side of that piano roll, and I just did some texture paste on that. And in here is one of the panels that comes with the kit, but I cut it down and just made a tag from it. And just collaged the back. I hope you're all doing well. I hope I asked you that already. This is, I had this in my ephemera book. I used this a lot last year at Sampool. And what I did was, I just took the two tags and I put like a little hinge with some lace. So it's like a little booklet. I won't untie it because it'll just take too long, but there's a little hinge here, so it kind of opens up like a booklet if you untie this. So it's good for secret writing space. And then I just tucked it over the page like this. And then you could use this as a tuck spot as well if you wanted to. And then these are some more tags from the kit, from Sweet Pea Curiosities, Heavenly Angels. And on the back, I did Bible page, and then Divine Messenger, Beauty, and Saint. And that tucks right back inside the pocket. I'm pretty sure that's Sampool as well. where's the pocket? That's just a little brad there. Another one of Sam Poole's. I think this was a page at one time, and I might have sized it down for a journaling card, but I can't be positive. It might have been a journaling card, I don't remember. Oh, and back here is from Ruby and Pearl, I know. It's one of my favorite little ones. And she's holding a dove. And there's lilies over here. And all of this is from my vintage and antique lace collection. I tried to use as many like rose lace and floral lace. I'm not sure whose this is, but it's really beautiful, and it was in my ephemera book. So I wouldn't even guess. But it looks like she's above the clouds, and she's holding a dove. So pretty. More of that Sweet Pea Curiosities backing paper. These are from Beautiful Words from Ruby and Pearl. It says, focus on me, not the storm, God. As you start to walk the way appears. Gather up all your scattered dreams and build the life you love. When it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars. This says, courage, dear heart. This is, a certain darkness is needed to see the stars. These mountains you are carrying were only meant to climb. Take time to do what makes your soul happy. I think we could all use these. And this I just poked 2 holes and tied it up with this tatting thread that I had gotten a couple of spools from a woman whose mother used to do tatting, but doesn't, I mean, she passed away, so she was selling her tatting thread, which I love because it ties in signatures really well, and a whole bunch of other things. I'm not sure whose kit this came from. If I were to guess, it would be Raindrop Lila's, possibly. But it was in my ephemera book. I hadn't used it, so I think I printed it last year. It could be her Angels kit. And then this is another Guardian Angel from Lorna Taylor at Taylor Made Journals. Backed with tea stain paper. Another one of those antique children's book pages. An angel with the clock. That's Sweet Pea Curiosities as well. These are Lorna Taylor's Guardian Angels. And I waxed both of those. So it's like vellum. It really, I love it. I love waxing. And I did do some chalking up in here. On the wreath. It's like just pale, like a pink color, and some green leaves. Look at this lace on this page. It's not real, I mean, but it looks so real. Another bird, dove from Ruby and Pearl. I don't know whose this is, but it's so beautiful. It's a statue with a dove. Looks like an angel. And it's got my waxed roses on it. I did that in a video, maybe the last video, I think. And that's on some Bible page as well. And some music page that I just wrapped around, and then I poked some holes and put some seam binding. These are definitely ruby and pearl. I love them. I have a whole bunch of black and whites that I printed in my ephemera book, so, and I just tied it on with some gold embroidery floss, but I couldn't get the needle through, so I had to use the tiny attacher to attach it to this. But they're so sweet. And I use my gold ink to ink everything. Here's another one. I'm not sure whose this is. It could be Tailor Made Journals, it could be Ruby and Pearl, it could be just about anybody. And that's on some Bible page. That's Italian from Rachel at Roxy Creations. This I don't remember. And it's backed again with that beautiful polka dot tulle paper. But it, you know, the texture of the linen paper makes it almost feel real. I'm finally starting to use my Italian paper and my French and, you know, all my book pages and stuff. Here it says, nation brought a dove of peace right to our door. Because when you read the piano roll, you read it this way. And it's almost like Celeste knew I was going to be making this journal and I would need this. It says, it is up to you to see the beauty of everyday things, because when you stop and think about it, life is pretty amazing. And there's another one of samples tags in there with the cherub. I love these. Some more writing space. This is She Has Wings again. Different one, but from the same kit. And then another angel from Sweet Pea Curiosities. And this says the stars and the angels, and I don't remember who this is from. And then I just backed it onto this paper and then backed it onto this. And then the third signature. What I did was I made this into a bookmark. And when I put this through the lace, the velvet through the lace, I left it long enough so that I could use it as a bookmark. And then these are some medals that a friend of mine sent me from Malta. She was one of my viewers and we've become really good friends. So it's really nice, and I'm so appreciative of all of my viewers. I mean, you've been so good to me, and I can't thank you enough, especially since this past year has been so crazy with me doing videos and not doing videos, but I love doing videos. I mean, crafting is my joy, but if I were to say, you know, I never thought that I would do videos, but doing videos is really a joy. I love it. I love being in community. I love your comments. I love reading them. I love responding to them. It just, yeah, I really do. So I'm hoping to be back on a more regular basis. This is an envelope from one of Ruby and Pearl's kits. And then I wanted her to know that her sisters, quote unquote, and friends are her angels as well. So this is kind of, I think this is Ruby and Pearl, if I were to guess. But it's so fun. And then this little photo of some women, I don't know whose it is. And then on the back here is just sisters. This is one of Raindrop Lila's little mini flashcards. And I put some lace here. And I left this open for her to write in, or she can close it up, or whatever she wants to do with it. And then I took one of the stamps I got from Malta from my friend, and I placed that here because she likes red. My God and I, some music sheet. This is just a glassine bag, and I covered it with this paper. And if I were to guess, this would be, I think, a page from Raindrop Lila that I might have cut up and used part of it, not part of it. But it was in my book of ephemera, so I used it. I just folded it in half and put some packing paper in there. A glassine bag I covered with paper. This is also from Amity Bloom. And I just cut this out, put one of my roses there and some cellophane, and backed it with one of the Sweet Pea Curiosities backing pages. And then I have some silver embroidery floss holding this together, and this is Ruby and Pearl. And again, one of Ruby and Pearl's angels. I love this. This is in a collage. And I have several of these that I had cut out one year. And it's just backed with that. And then on the back, there is another Guardian Angel from Lorna Taylor. And then that's just collaged on the back. And that's on photo paper, the gloss photo paper. Of course, when I'm on camera, things don't go in and out the way I want them to. Another Lacy Blues. These are so cute. I know these are Raindrop, Ruby and Pearl. And I have a very antique table runner that I had cut apart because these remind me of snowflakes. I did that a while ago, so I have a whole like little jar of them. And just a mother of pearl button. And then I put this on the back because this Bible page is so fragile. It's a French Bible page, and it's just very, very fragile. So I put this on the back of it with a tiny attacher to kind of hold it together. And that's just sewn. This is sewn onto this. They're so cute. I don't know whose this is, but it was red and it was roses, so I took it out of my ephemera book and added that. And then I don't know whose this is, but it's two little angels in front of a Christmas tree. And that's on my German Bible page. And mother of pearl button and some lace. And I sewed that on with some gold thread. And I put this here so it wouldn't, damage this photo. Especially when it's traveling, because it's going to be mailed. And this is just a little journaling card. And that's, again, she has wings. It's like she has wings. She has flowers. I think she has another one. She has snow or something like that. I love her kits. And then this is one of Raindrop Lila's Bible cards, tags. It says, God is able to bless you abundantly so that in all things, at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work. And that is 2 Corinthians. So it's right in there. What made me put it on this antique Bible children's page, I have no idea. But I think I'm going to have to run some, I noticed I was probably going to have to run some tape or something there because it does flip. And there's a tuck spot on the back. I could glue underneath this to make it more sturdy. But I'd still probably have to put some tape there, so I think I'll just leave it and put some tape there. Maybe some H tape or some washi tape. I have tons. I don't know what that is. Some more roses. These are waxed, but I glued them onto Bible page and added some antique lace and rusted safety pin. And the same thing with this one. Guardian Angels, both of them. And that idea I got from Sharon Hearth. She had posted way back in the fall her waxed ones. And then this is just, I think it's from the Rosy Red collection. I'm not positive, but it's Raindrop Lila. It's one of her aesthetic photos. And it's just a scrappy pad on a lace belly band with, this is like kindergarten children's paper, vintage, but I tea stain it. I have a whole ream of it that I got at a yard sale. And the red comes out, but the blue stays in. I don't know why. And this is just some rag paper. I had gotten gifted a book, a whole book from the late 1700s from a friend, and so I dipped into that. I think this is Sam Poole, one of her doily pages. I don't remember. And as you can see, it got kind of empty because I had to take some things out. And she can put them back in once it gets to her. This is another snow angel. And then on the back, another snow angel from Lorna Taylor. I call him Gabriel. He's so cute. I just love his eyes. And then we're at the end. And these are just some roses I fussy cut again, and that's where it holds on that tuck spot. And then I made this little journaling card. Well, it's not a journaling card, it's just this is me sending this to her. And I sewed this on. I think this is Ruby and Pearl. And she's got the fur stole on her jacket and the wool skirt and the sweater. I used to have a hat just like that. And this is from a girl's, a baby's christening gown, very old christening gown. And I've been cutting into it because it's so old and tattered. But I sewed it onto the safety pin, and then I just tacked it, stitched it right there, and sewed it onto this rag paper. And on the back it says, God gave us memories so we would have roses in winter. And I put one of my waxed roses on it. And then if you'll stay a while, a few more minutes, I'll show you what else I made. Where are we? Okay, it'll only take a minute. So this is just baking paper that I made this envelope out of. It's kind of a last minute thing. And it's got another holy card on it. I think these are Ruby and Pearl, I'm not sure. And it's got a church and some doves. And then this was in my ephemera book as well, but it was like this. So I just cut it down here and made a little booklet out of it. It's the Christmas roses. And there's a little rose there, one of my waxed ones, with some lace and a rusted safety pin. This is from Amity Bloom. She had scanned her flowers and then has them in a kit, which I thought was brilliant. And then one of my roses, before I started waxing them, I had just put it in some cellophane packaging. And that tucks right in there. And then this is another holy card, but I don't know whose. It's just backed with that. But it's got the roses on it. It's so beautiful. It's the Madonna, Jesus. And I put gold around all the edging of the pages. I was sad that this didn't fit, but that's okay. Just tea stained paper, another Bible page, and another holy card. And that's that. But I thought that was perfect for this journal. And that's that tatting thread again. And then in these envelopes that I made out of this paper, I just have some photos of some women. But I think she'll get a kick out of it. I just love how they all have big bouquets of flowers and she's holding just one. And then a whole bunch of women. They may be at a wedding or maybe a graduation. But I love their hats. I don't know if you can see them in the photo, in the camera, but it's a great photo. I think it's ruby and pearl, but I can't be positive. But I know that is. So that goes in there. And then another envelope. I had made some different ones, but changed them to these. This is Amity Bloom as well. And they're standing, it's two older women, and they're standing in front of this huge rose bush. And then some more women. And I love this one. They look like they're just having the greatest time. And this is just a sample 1841 stamp. Oops. And then this is Amity Bloom as well. It says, I see beauty in you. Do you see it too? And I made a little envelope. And in here is just a bunch of encouragement words for her to choose for writing in the mornings or whatever. And I always back them because sometimes I just have a little quote to write or just a word or whatever. You know, sometimes I don't have a whole bunch of things to write. So I'll just write on the back whatever, walk. Today I took a walk and just date it, and saw birds or whatever, and then slide it in my journal. This says, be gentle with the way you're learning to hold your own heart. You only have one heart to hold and to give. And this has some more of those mini flashcards for inspiration, support, and strong, and friends, help, confidence, strong, sing your own song. There's a whole bunch in there, but I won't take them all out. Another holy card. And there's some angels. I think this is Jesus with a lamb. And then these are from Sweet Pea Curiosities. It's just a brad with a cross on it. And I back those with Bible page. And another scrappy pad with some Bible page and some more paper for writing and some more of that rag paper. And then these are sample, I think they're called, I don't remember, but they're cherubs. So, and I have one of these. It's cardboard. I got it from Monahan Prince once. She sent it to me as a gift, and I framed it. But I'm going to take it out of the frame and scan it so I can use it in my journals. So that's it for today's video. And like I said, I have 3 journals waiting for me to finish. So hopefully I can get to those and do some more videos that aren't walkthroughs or things like that. I'm getting there. And I'm really happy to be back a little bit more often, because I need to be. I need to be back with my community. Hopefully I'll get back onto social media soon as well. I've just had a lot going on this year, so it's been one of those years. We all have them, right? So that's it for today's video. I hope that inspired you in some way. If you need anything out of any of these pages, just leave it in the link below and I'll let you know what kit they came from. Until the next video, be well, be safe, be kind, and God bless. Love you all. Bye-bye.